Is this on enough? Can you hear it? Okay. All right. Thanks for coming tonight. We just want to take some time to share with you about all the college credit opportunities that we offer at Alexandria Area High School. So we'll go through and talk to you about the different college partnerships we have and show you how you can earn college credit and high school credit at the same time. This allows students to continue to be a high school student, to continue to be in all of the activities that they participate in, stick with the schedule that they're used to, and stick with the teachers that they know, and continue to be with their friends and do high school things at school. All right, so I'm Carrie Ernest. I'm one of the school counselors here. I'm the counselor for the Health Sciences and Human Services Academy. And we've got Megan Orgman here tonight as well. She's a counselor for the Business Communications and Entrepreneurship Academy. And then Melissa Firm. And she's the counselor for the Engineering, Manufacturing Technologies and Natural Resources Academy. So we're gonna toggle back and forth tonight and walk you through this process.
So just really quickly, the handout that you guys received as you walked in, we'll reference as our early college brochure. All of the opportunities that we discuss tonight are located in there and listed section by section of those offerings. Additionally, starting this week actually in advisory on Wednesday, we will start talking with students about registering for classes for the 24-25 school year. And so when students come home either this week or next week with that course catalog, you'll be able to find reference to the information also on page 8 and 9 of that catalog. So look for that Wednesday after advisory. So within your handout, there's just a quick overview of all the college credit options that we offer here at Alexandria Area High School. So you might have heard of dual enrollment or concurrent enrollment coursework. And so that's something to keep in mind. We're going to dive deeper into each of those things. Or advanced placement or AP coursework. Some students in here, you could be already enrolled and taking or have taken a few of those AP classes so far. Then there's the Runestone Partnership Articulation coursework, or North Dakota State College of Science Articulation Agreement, and then CLEP aligned classes. Again, those are all pieces we're going to dive a little bit deeper in for you. So we'll go ahead and get started with the dual enrollment or concurrent enrollment courses. Those very simply are our college level courses offered at Alexandria Area High School, taught here at the school with our teachers, where students are earning high school credit and also college credit. Again, in the high school, built into students' schedules here, there's no travel that needs to take place. Credits go on your high school transcript for graduation requirements, as well as creating a college transcript. We have partnerships or classes offered through Southwest Minnesota State, so SMSU, St. Cloud State University, Alexandria Tech, and then we partner with Central Lakes College for some of our upper level music classes. If students meet the eligibility requirements for these concurrent classes, they are able to take the classes for college credit as well as high school credit. The eligibility guidelines are in page 8 of that course catalog that you do not have yet. But if you go to the next slide, there is just a quick snapshot of all of the concurrent enrollment courses. Again, that's in your pamphlet that you got. What you'll see on this slide, as well as in your pamphlet, is on the left-hand side, it starts with the high school classes. So these are the classes that are in your students' schedules, that students register for, that go on their high school transcript. To the right of that then are the credits listed. Those are high school credits earned by taking that class. And then continue over is what the college that we're partnering with references that class as. So for example, students can sign up and register for AP Chemistry It's worth 2 high school credits. And through Alec Tech, they would be taking Chem 1500 or General Chemistry 1 or Chem 1505 General Chemistry 2. So again, as you go on to the right, it'll be the course description, the college credits given for taking that class, and then the college that it is through. So ATCC represents Alexandria Tech, CLC represents Central Lakes College, St. Cloud State University will represent, SCSU represents St. Cloud State University, and then SMSU stands for Southwest Minnesota State University. So just a little bit about the key there. Now this, you cannot quite read, at least I can't from here, it makes me a little bit dizzy, so I apologize about that. It'll become more clear on Wednesday when students bring that course catalog home, but this is page 8 of that booklet. Again, what you will see here in the second column are those Alexandria area classes that students can take for college credit, and what we call them here and what you will register for here at the high school. And the column to the right then is the college name and credits earned for that class. If we go back over to the left, or that gray shaded area, that walks you through the eligibility requirements that you need to meet as a student, or your student needs to meet in order to be eligible for that class. Alec Tech, SMSU, St. Cloud State, and Central Lakes have similar requirements, but they don't want to make it easy on us. They're doing better, that they all match up, but they do have different requirements for students to meet. But the general guideline tends to be a GPA. So a GPA at this point of your 10th grade year, at this point of your 11th grade year. And so they have expectations, and if you don't meet that GPA, there are alternate things that we can look at to see if you meet as a student in order to be eligible for that class and to earn that credit. So again, just dive deeper on that left-hand column to see, do I first and foremost meet the criteria to take this class?
Okay, so I get to talk about AP courses. With our concurrent enrollment that Melissa just talked about, one quick thing is it's important to know that the letter grade that they receive goes on both their college and their high school transcript, hence concurrent or dual enrollment. So that is a letter grade that goes on both transcripts. AP is different, except for a few which I'll mention. AP is college credits in our college classes in our building, taught by our teachers, and credit is determined by an end of the year exam. So the exam comes in May, students take the exam and get a score up from 1 to 5. And based on their score, that's how the credit transfers to the receiving college. So what's cool about AP is if you score a 5 on an exam, if you're a strong test taker and you have an interest in the subject area, you could get up to 2 classes worth of credit, so 8 credits. So depending on how you score, you might get more credit from an AP exam than you would by taking a concurrent enrollment class. So you can get a lot of bang for your buck with AP courses. Another piece with AP courses is they look excellent on a transcript. So if you are looking to go to some prestigious college or a top college, having 3 to 5 AP exams looks really, really great. And so they look great on a transcript. You can get a lot of credits if you perform well on the exam. And they have a high level of rigor. They're tough classes, so they can really prepare you for the next level of education when you go on to college. We have lots of stories of kids who have taken an AP exam and maybe even not passed it, but then gone on to college. For example, they took AP biology, didn't pass the exam, went to college, and they were so prepared for their college biology class that they were grateful that they took the AP class even though they did not score high enough on the exam to get the credit. So people talk a lot about how AP exams prepare them for what's to come. So it isn't just about passing that exam for AP exams. But it is truly the end of the year exam is what's most important for getting that college credit, with the exception of 3 classes. So Melissa mentioned earlier AP Chemistry, new this year. So for the first time ever, juniors next year will get both a chance at AP credit by taking the exam and dual credit for that class. So that's a really great setup where they take the AP test or AP class, AP Chemistry. They can get 8 credits just by being in the class, and they can take the end of the year exam to get credits that way. And the reason why that's nice is truly how credits transfer, whether it's dual enrollment or AP, is determined by the receiving college. We know with AP exams that they transfer the best across the nation. So the AP exams, it's a standardized test, it's a standardized score, so they transfer exceptionally well. So, for example, if you go to a college and they don't accept the dual chemistry credit, they might accept the AP exam credit. So it kind of gives you a couple options for getting college credit when it is a double up. AP Stats, new this year, is another one of those classes where it's both AP and dual enrollment, and then AP English is the third one. So there's 3 AP exams that also have concurrent enrollment or dual credit attached to it. So that's something that you'll want to note when you look at that registration book. So that is kind of the information on AP. You can go to the next one. On page 4 in your handout, that's where it lists all of our AP exams. And you can see we have everything from AP Biology to Music Theory to AP Studio Art to Stats. New this next year is AP Environmental Science. And so there's a wide range of AP subject areas that could fit a lot of your goals. So whatever your goal may be, we have a lot of areas, and it's a lot of they're a lot of fun. Kids that take AP classes really get immersed in that learning environment, and they actually have quite a bit of fun in the class. Okay. Also, when students get their course catalog, which for the most part they'll get on Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, on page 8, what Melissa just showed you is where the AP exams are listed, and they're at the very top. And so there is information there. Later, Carrie will talk about how these AP credits transfer, or how we can do research to see how they transfer to certain colleges. And that link is in blue on the far right column. Yep. So that's a place where when we reference this later, you can find the link to research. How many credits can I get if I get a 5 on AP Biology at NDSU or at a specific college? You can do that research ahead of time. So that's AP. So we've got concurrent enrollment, we've got AP. Our next one up is what are called articulation or tech prep agreements. Now these ones are an agreement with a partner college. So we have 2. One is Accounting One, and that is a partnership with ALEC Tech. So if a student takes Accounting One, and if they get a B or higher in that class, ALEC Tech will give them a paper certificate that you need to hold on to. And if you go to college at ALEC Tech, only ALEC Tech, it'll transfer for an accounting for business class, okay? So that is an agreement with just ALEC Tech. It won't transfer someplace else, it's just with ALEC Tech. And if you take it and you get a B or higher, hold on to that sheet of paper because they don't keep that on file. That's something that you want to make sure that you have so you can get that college credit later. Our second articulation agreement is through our Culinary 3 or Cardinal Cafe class. So if you are in here and you have a passion for pursuing culinary for a degree or a career, our Culinary 3 or Cardinal Cafe class has an articulation agreement with NDSCS where they can get, I believe it's Culinary 100 if they go to that college. So they have to go to that college for that credit. So these are great opportunities for kids to get a jump start on college credit in hands-on realistic learning that might not be as risky as AP or concurrent enrollment. And those are all listed again on page 6 with your handout, and then also in the registration book on page 9. The last type of college credit that I'm going to talk about today is called CLEP. Now CLEP is a test out option for college credit. So we don't have CLEP classes, but what we do have is some classes in our building that teach a lot of what the CLEP exam is going to test on. And so if you have some rigorous classes, for example, if you're a sophomore in here right now and you are in Honors Advanced Algebra, once you finish that math class, you're going to be pretty dang prepared to take a CLEP test and get college credit for it. Now these CLEP tests, to take them, you can come to the College and Career Center. We have practice tests for you to look at. And then once you feel like you're ready, you can call Alec Tech, their testing center, and set up the exam there. There is a cost. I think it's around $150. So it does cost money, but if you CLEP out of college algebra, one, you don't have to take it in college, and two, you're probably saving around $400. So CLEP could be a great exam or a great option for kids. A second way that CLEP could be great is, let's say you take AP Biology and you don't pass that exam. You could also take a CLEP exam to get college credit that way. You will be very prepared after taking AP Biology or an AP class to do well in a CLEP exam. So it's kind of a nice backup if that AP exam doesn't go the way that you want. And there's a link, of course, to check that out too. And all of the CLEP-aligned classes, you can see examples of that on page 5 in your book, and then also on page 9 in our course catalog. So this is a test-out option for CLEP. And Carrie's going to come up here and talk about a course plan, and what I'm excited about is you're going to see that there's a lot of different combinations in our school building for college class that suits every individual student's need. From taking the full meal deal and having a ton of college credits and graduating with almost 2 years done by not leaving our high school, all the way to just trying one, to dipping your toe in and getting some exposure. So I'm really excited for Carrie to talk about all the options, because we really can make it work for every individual student.
All right, I like that Megan ended with take one college class or take as many as you possibly can and fit into it. We all think that first and foremost we're the high school, and we're pretty lucky to be able to offer all of these things, but it is an individual plan for each student. This isn't everybody is going to take 6 college credits before the end of their first semester of their junior year, or 6 college classes. That's why I'm glad you're here. I think most of you are here with a parent probably tonight. It's important to be having these conversations and your readiness, and we'll talk through that more too. But so junior year, students have to take core classes still in the area of English, math, social, and science. So in the English category, students need 2 semesters of English 11, and there's a few options up there. So one of the big things that we have an asterisk there is students have to cover the American literature requirement. Well, that's covered in our regular high school English 11, 1 and 2. It could be covered in a class that's called College American Studies. College American is a junior level class, and it comes with the opportunity to earn 12 college credits. So 6 of those credits would be in early U.S. history and recent U.S. history, and the other college credits come from modern American literature and also college composition 1. So that's one way in which you could start earning college credit as a junior. Students could do the very bottom combination where you see English 11. You could take English 11 for 1 semester, and then you could jump in and take college composition 1 for the other semester. The other one right in the middle, I went out of order on that. I'm not sure if anybody noticed, but advanced placement, Megan talked about that one a little bit too. That's the one where you can take the advanced placement exam at the end of the year with the potential for college credit, and it also comes with that concurrent enrollment college credit in there as well with the Intro to Lit. Next we have early and recent U.S. history. This is the social studies requirement for juniors. And it also comes with options. Students can take the advanced placement U.S. history class, that's a full year class. They could take the College American Studies class, that's that combo class with English and social studies. You could take college U.S. history online. We've got 2 semesters of it. So you could take 1 semester of regular U.S. history and the other semester of college U.S. history. And then also that online version that I just talked about with the college one. So I'm not sure if you're playing the game with me, but you can mix and match a little bit, okay? It doesn't have to be all or nothing. You can do high school and or college, mix them up. The next one is for math, advanced placement. Many students will already have this done. Megan mentioned honors advanced algebra. Some sophomores are taking that right now, but many of our students will take advanced algebra as a junior. Some will just take advanced algebra as a junior and save college algebra for their senior year. You could take advanced placement statistics, another way to earn college credit.
or the CLEP alignment, again, that Megan talked about. And there's also advanced placement pre-calculus, okay? This can get a little bit tricky. Students will go through all of this in advisory. On Wednesday, first and foremost, you have to make sure that you've met the 3 required math credits before jumping into those elective math credits. And then the 3rd year of science that students also have to take, that's either chemistry or physics. You're gonna see some different options in which you can earn the credit for chemistry or physics. So the college credit options, advanced placement chemistry with the concurrent college Gen Chem 1 and college Gen Chem 2. 8 college credits, that's a really big deal to earn 8 college credits in a science classes as a junior. Students could take, if they wanted it a little slower pace, you could take college Gen Chem 1. That would be throughout the full year. That would cover your junior chemistry requirement of chemistry as a class you take. That would come with 4 college credits. Or there's the college physics and lab, which would be the full year course also for 4 college credits. You did hear me talk about senior year a little bit. Some students will take chemistry and physics. Not a have to graduate from the high school, but some want to do both. So chemistry might come junior year, physics might come your senior year, or vice versa. So just again, work with your advisor, ask your counselor questions, lots of ways to play all of this out. And then we've got elective options. You have 8 additional elective opportunities, so there are some additional college credits that would be elective credit opportunities as well, and that's on the pages 8 and 9 that we've been referencing in the course catalog. All right, senior year, on the left hand, is that left hand? Yes, your left hand side. You're gonna see the core credits that you have to complete as a senior as well. So you've got English 12, you need a full year of English 12, and you also need a semester of economics and a semester of government, and then elective opportunities. So up on the top with English, you can see that there are different ways to earn your English 12 credit, again, if you're searching for the college credit. So you can look for those. You could do advanced placement as a senior. If you hadn't already taken College Composition 1, you could take College Composition 1 for a semester, then maybe add College Composition 2 the next semester. You could do College Comp 1 and College Comp 2 online, and then there's also public speaking, okay? I'm gonna speak to online a second. We've got some high school credit online classes and some college online classes. You need to be a motivated learner. You need to be an independent starter and an independent learner because they're online. Your teacher is not right there in front of you. Your classmates aren't all sitting in the desks around you. So they're great options, but just know that, parents, you know your kids too, so pay attention to who might be a good fit for that. Below that, with the social studies, you could do the high school version of economics, or you could do college macroeconomics. You could do the high school version of government, or you could do the college American government class. Okay. Some students will take college government first semester and then high school economics their second semester. Again, you can mix and match. It's not a, if you take one college class, you have to take all of the college classes. And then additional elective opportunities. So these are, again, I think we can't express enough. Pay attention to these. They are great opportunities, but please also hear me say again, we're high school first, and we want students to be ready for all of these opportunities. So again, you do not have to take 12 or 15 college credits your first semester or even your first year when taking that, but there's some really great opportunities to start exploring options in here. Okay, AP versus the regular grading scale. We've adjusted our AP scale knowing these tend to be our most rigorous classes in the high school. And knowing that, we want kids to still take these classes and to still have the opportunity to have a strong GPA with that. So we have adjusted it. So if you look at the regular grading scale, you can see the A range percentages from 90% to 100%, B range 80 to 89, C range 70 to 79, and so on. And then the AP grading scale, you can see that you can get an 87% still and earn an A in that class.
So it's not weighted, we've just adjusted the grading scale a little bit for advanced placement, again, because they tend to be our most rigorous and challenging classes in the building.
So now that you know about all of the opportunities that we have here at Alexandria High School, now's the time to kind of just go home and talk about it and digest it over the next few days, over the next few weeks. When students come home Wednesday after their first round of advisory and talking about registration, it's probably going to lead to some really great dinner conversations on Wednesday night, lead into the next few weeks. So just some things that we want you to think about, just to gauge your readiness. So you know your student well, and students in here, you know yourself well also. And I think you heard it from both Carrie and Megan, is you have so many options in front of you. You can go all in, you can do one class, and get your toes wet. But things that we want you to consider is just asking yourself, are you ready for a college level class? They are increased accountability. There are increased expectations. The level of rigor is just greater than that of a high school class. But are you also ready to stretch yourself academically? And if so, this would be a great opportunity for you to take complete advantage of. All while being able to stay here at the high school with your friends, with all the experiences that we have here at the high school. These courses are built right into students' schedules. There's no need to hop in a car and travel anywhere and worry about getting back for third block or whatever it may be. It's also a great way for allow students to continue to explore their options within their academy or even outside of their academies too, by taking elective courses that just fit naturally into their high school schedule. So I know that there's a lot of benefits in taking these courses, like saving money, getting a head start of college, but then also asking yourself if you're ready. And also some of those opportunities that you continue to get to take at the high school, thinking beyond what will transfer, but let alone your just day-to-day experiences that you're gaining here at the high school, the relationships you're building with the teachers in here and your peers here as well. Yes, looks great on college application. We already talked about rigorous classes, preparing you not only for what's beyond graduation, but the ACT, regardless of if they will transfer to your end school. It's a great reflection of your high school experience and your rigor. I can stand up here and talk about all the benefits that I think about taking a college level course here, but within in our pamphlet too, I have to share from Cole something that he wrote for us based on his experience. So Cole is a senior here. He's in the EMT in our academy, and he plans to go on to school to pursue a nursing degree. But I just want to share what he wrote. I'm very grateful that Alexandria Area High School has opportunities for me to be able to participate in enrollment classes, in concurrent enrollment classes, such as CAPS. With these classes, I've been able to dive further into my college choices and possible career fields through these classes, as well as develop skills and a learning mindset in preparation for college and beyond. The great thing about these classes is they don't interfere with your regular high school experience. They only benefit you in the future by saving you money for credits and developing your skills and study habits for the future. And I think his comments about the experiences that he had to taking the CAPS course as well as concurrent enrollment classes just sums sums up what a great experience you would get by taking one or many of those courses here. But like we've talked about too, have these discussions at home, talk with your advisor, talk with your counselor about what is the best fit for you, because first and foremost, high school comes first, and we want you to continue to have a positive experience with that.
Okay. Why take college classes at the high school? I hope you've heard this. You can probably answer that question already. There are lots of reasons why you could take them. We think that the high school staff is pretty good. Kids know the staff knows the students. We oftentimes know the parents that come with the students, so a lot of that is really helpful. We can communicate with you. You can communicate with us. If you're outside of our building taking college classes, we can communicate with you. We just don't know anything about how your student is doing, and the teachers there cannot communicate with you. You're at the college, it's just different. So you still have us, we still have you, and we can communicate together, and we think that's a pretty big deal. We can support, as counselors, we have all kinds of conversations, some really fabulous conversations, some that are like, ooh, we're not doing so well here, we need to try and figure this out, but we have the ability to do that, and then we can usually problem solve together and make that class still work. So again, the beauty of being in the high school, taking the college classes. There are so many connections here that because we know each other and can connect with each other, we can still continue to work to find those connections and to help students to get involved with activities. We know that students are more than just the classes that they take. We want students to be well-rounded. We want them to take all kinds of elective classes throughout all of our academies, because that's how they figure it out. I just had 2 students who are in the Health Sciences and Human Services Academy, and they took the CAPS education class first semester, which is a double block class that teaches kids about teaching. And 2 of the kids were like, I'm so glad I took that, because I am never going into education. So kind of funny, but my gosh, what a big gain for these students to know that they're not going off to college to pursue education. They already had that opportunity and figured out what they do want to do. So we think that's the beauty of being able to be here and take the college classes here, because then you're still on our schedule and still get to take the elective options here as well. Personalized learning opportunities. I think we sit down and meet with so many kids and are drawing up different plans for, gosh, take this class, or this class will work in really well here, or if you pair it with this activity, whatever it is, we can help with that. Our advisors can help with that. You guys are going to have the whole registration experience coming within the next couple weeks. Parents will get to come in and help their student register for their classes with their advisor. Have conversations, ask questions. I made my own husband come tonight and hear this, and he could hear, I wasn't expecting that, but he could hear all this at home. But my point is, we want you to know and be aware of all of the things going on at the high school, so that you can also be a part of this experience with them. We talked about the CAPS classes a little bit. If you don't know about these, start looking through the course catalog. We have CAPS classes in all of our academies. These are classes where we get to send our students out and learn from the community. Kids are doing incredible projects out in the community with our businesses, with their industry partners out in the community. There's a lot going on. We've got a great community that supports us, and I would say we in turn support them. So pay attention to those kids. If you don't know about them yet, look at it. Listen to your advisors when they're sharing that information with you. Lots of independent study options too. I just talked about the CAPS education, so we had a number of kids who are still planning on pursuing education, which is good. But I've got 5 kids from those CAPS education class from first semester that are still out in our school system, different schools, continuing to learn what it means to be a teacher. So I've got one in a kindergarten placement, I've got one at Discovery in a science class, I've got another one at Discovery in English. So kids are placed around in the community, really learning about that experience. So different independent study options as well. Oftentimes we hear that kids or parents say, they're not going to take the college credits at the high school because it's not going to transfer the same. That's not at all true, okay? If you are taking a college credit from Southwest Minnesota State on their campus or here with us, it transfers the same. It's on the college transcript the same. Anybody looking at that transcript is not going to know whether you took it on campus or in the high school, so it transfers the same, okay? That's a big important thing. I hope I made that clear. Megan talked about the receiving school. That's the school that is accepting your student. They are receiving you, so they have to decide how they are receiving the college credit. And we're gonna talk about that, I think, next, right? Okay. So Minnesota State Colleges and Universities, the MnSCU system, has a 10 system goal area, or 10-step goal area, maybe I could say. But these are the goal areas. I have to give Megan credit on this. She's our graphic queen, so thank you, Megan. She's very good at this. So color-coded, the yellow are the concurrent classes that we offer at the high school, or how it would transfer. The blue is advanced placement, and the goldish, I'll call it, orangish maybe, is the advanced placement and concurrent enrollment. So goal area number 1 is one of the goal areas that if you were at a Minnesota State College and University system, you would have to take 9 college credits to satisfy that goal area. Well, we offer 3 college classes at Alexandria Area High School, all worth 3 credits, so if you're doing your math, that's 9 total credits. So you can take those 3 classes and wipe out that goal area from the Minnesota State College and University system. Okay. I'm going to talk about UND, I'll talk about NDSU, I could say Concordia. Many colleges, even outside of the Minnesota State College and University system, require that students take a public speaking or oral communication and typically 2 writing classes. So we've had really good success with this transferring to colleges outside of the MnSCU system, okay? But you guys have to do your homework. You always have to be checking and finding out if those credits transfer and how they'll transfer. So goal area number 1, whoops, okay. So then if you're looking down at all of the other classes, we've covered, I'm gonna have you flip to the next slide in a second. Yep. So if you go on to goal area number 4, we've got college algebra. You can satisfy the 3 required credits that you would need for a math. You could take pre-calc, calc, or the intro to stats, okay? We're giving you general information. If you are a student pursuing a math or science degree, you're likely going to need much higher than college algebra, okay? But if you're going into a program that doesn't require more math than college algebra, take the college algebra here. If you're at that level, take it and be done with that goal area. You may not need to take another math class in college, okay? Goal area number 5, you could satisfy, you only need 6 credits in that area, but you could get 12 credits in that area. You don't need more, but just again, showing you how you could earn those credits. So you can see that we've covered 9 out of the 10 goal areas for you to meet the college credit through the Minnesota State College and University system. All right. They will not. That's a good question. We will put those last 2 slides on our web page, the College and Career Center page, so you can see that there. Did you take note of that? Yeah. Yeah. And we'll come. You want to quick show the College and Career Center page, or come back to that in a? Yeah, we'll talk to the transfer. Megan's going to really quickly go to the College and Career Center page so you can see where we'll get that on. We'll have that on probably tomorrow or Wednesday, and you can see how to access that. And then I'll talk about how you can know if your credits are going to transfer. So Megan's just at the Alex homepage right now. Then she went to schools, the high school. Now she's going to the College and Career Center. And we'll have that, it'll be under that course and credit information. Okay, good question, thank you. All right. Now we're going to go back and talk about classes transferring. So we've got 2 different programs or sites that we use with students to know if their credits are going to transfer to a specific college. So should we hit Transferology, Megan? Got that? Okay. So Transferology is a system widely used in Minnesota, other states as well. It's not universal, so but we've had pretty good luck with finding a lot of colleges that are using this. So students can create an account on here, and then you can start adding the college classes that you plan to take or hope to take, or the ones that you have taken, and then you'll be able to find out how they transfer. So Megan has a long list of classes in here that we offer from all of the partner colleges. So then she's going to go to search for matches. And right there, she's going to get a list of colleges, and it's going to give you the percentage rate in which those college credits transfer. So the top colleges that are coming up are the colleges that are within the Minnesota State College and University system, which should be an automatic transfer because they're all part of that system. And then it's going to show you how they transfer. So the General Chemistry 1 shows up as, it counts as Chemistry 1350 on that campus. And then it's going to give you some information about it. And then there's the, what's the thumbs up one, Megan? And then it's showing you the credit again. So there are some colleges. You can also search for a specific college. You want to go back and do that? So up in there where it says filter school, Megan can type in a college in there. And she did Winona State, and you're going to see that it's a 96% match at Winona State. Okay. Not just I, but we always tell students, and I think the teachers who teach the college classes here too, we tell students to save your syllabus from each college class. Every once in a while, students are going to run into a class not automatically transferring, but if you have your syllabus and you can share that with the college, some students have had really good success with them saying like, oh, now I see you've covered all of these standards or all of this curriculum, we can transfer that class in. So save the syllabus from each college class. Okay, another system that we use, it's the TES system.
Can you go back to the dollar signs there? Is that showing like the cost of what you're saving? Explain those.
Annual tuition and fees.
Got it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep. Okay, so another one is a transfer evaluation system. This is, we found it used in the North Dakota system, South Dakota system, but there are other places too. So Megan's going to type in the college. She's going to, so Alexandria Technical and Community College. And she'll pull in, she can enter the courses here that she's taken, or the code, the department. And she'll find Comp 1 and Comp 2. And then Modern American Lit maybe, is that one there? And then she can search for that or add that to her list of classes. Yes. I was having to look at that. So she's at North Dakota State. It's going to say, so the transfer course is on the left-hand side, the Comp 1, the Comp 2, and the Modern American Lit. And at NDSU, Composition 1 counts as English 110 for 3 credits. And then shows the goal areas there. And then the English Composition 2 counts as English 120. I think we've all done this long enough, and we've had enough students go to NDSU that we know that those are required. Students have to take the Comp 1 and Comp 2 in public speaking at NDSU. So again, if you take those here, they will transfer to NDSU. So that's just another way for you to look at that and start to get some information about how do college classes transfer. We don't know every college, but we can at least show you a couple tools so that you can look at that. We encourage you to start looking at colleges. If you're a sophomore going to be a junior, go on a college visit this summer maybe. If you're a junior going to be a senior, definitely go on a college visit or two. Now is the time to start exploring. I usually tell students to bring the page 8 or take a picture of page 8 in the course catalog before they go on a visit. Highlight the classes you've taken, or highlight the classes you want to take. Ask questions. How do they transfer? How much money would that save me? Money's a big deal, I know that, but I also hear stories from parents and students more about the college readiness piece. Like, kids are ready for college, kids are prepared for the rigor of the college classes. So it's a kind of a big package thrown in together. So advanced placement, we want to show you too. So if you take, this is the AP page, and you can also search it by college. So Megan's going to type in University of Minnesota or North Dakota State University. That's what she's going to do. And then she'll be able to find out on AP Biology. Can you do that one, Megan? So on AP Biology, if you took the exam and earned a score of 4, you would get 8 college credits. For biology, 150 with the lab and 151 with the lab. 8 college credits, that's a big deal. If you took AP Chem right there and you earn a score of 4, you would also get 8 college credits. Below that, you can see if you earn a score of 3, you can get 4 college credits. It's not giving us, I imagine, maybe the first chemistry, but I would call and ask the college on that. But you can use this as a guide too to see how those credits are going to transfer if you take those advanced placement classes in the exam. Okay. All right, so hopefully you got a little bit of information tonight, just first and foremost on the college classes that we offer, also just the opportunities at the high school and how you can mix and match all of it together. We will be outside answering questions out in the comments. Sarah Reif is going to be speaking in here in just a few minutes with our incoming freshmen. So if you have questions for us, we'll be outside and can definitely talk through that. But we appreciate you coming and look forward to answering questions out there for you.